Hello, sleepy parent. If you've landed on this video, it's because you are desperately searching for how to sleep train your 4-month-old baby, and I have you completely covered. In about a week from now, you're gonna look back and you are going to wish that you did this sooner, because you are going to be sleeping through the night and your baby is going to wake up happy and well rested and ready to start the day. Stay tuned for this video to find out how to pick the best sleep training method for your 4-month-old baby. Hey guys, my name's Missy Yondo. I'm the owner of Slumber and Bloom. I'm a pediatric sleep consultant and potty training coach. If you like tips and tricks on sleep training, potty training, and all things motherhood, subscribe to this channel and click the bell so you get notified every time I put out a new video. Now let's jump into 4-month-olds. So a lot of times parents come to me saying, my baby was sleeping so great the first couple months, and then the 4-month sleep regression hit, and now I don't know what to do. My baby is up every 2 hours and just crying and crying and crying and will not go back to sleep. I don't know what to do. Please help. So the first thing that I want you to do is take a deep breath. It's okay. You're gonna get through this, and I'm gonna help you. What I want you to do is take a look at your baby's routines, schedules, wake windows, whatever you want to call them. But you need to make sure that during the day, your baby is only awake for 1.5 to 2 hours before taking a nap. Now, I have to throw the disclaimer out there, naps are going to be inconsistent, and that's okay. Some days you may get a 2-hour nap. Other days you may get a 25-minute nap. And all in a day, you might get a 2-hour nap in the morning and a 20-minute nap in the afternoon. It's okay, and it's to be expected. Naps don't consolidate and become predictable until 6 months old. So keep an eye on those wake windows. Make sure that your child is taking a nap every 1.5 to 2 hours, and try to make sure your child is getting an average of 4 hours of sleep per day. So during your daytime nap hours, you want to make sure you're getting in 4 hours of sleep. Now that means that your child may be taking 3 naps or 4 naps. It's fine. No matter how many naps they're taking, it's fine. Just make sure that you're sticking to the wake windows and you're getting the 4 hours of daytime sleep. Now, another thing we need to discuss before jumping into the sleep training methods is the fact that your sleep environment needs to be perfect. Up until now, your baby was able to sleep on the go, in the car seat, in the carrier, in the swing, in the boppy, on the floor, wherever. Your baby would just sleep anywhere. It may not be the case anymore. I'm willing to bet that's not the case anymore. You need to make sure your child is sleeping on a firm, flat mattress by themselves in a very dark, pitch black room. Get your Blackout Easy window covers. If you haven't heard of them, click the link in the description box down below to get them. Make sure you have consistent white noise going all the time during sleep only, not all the time during the day, just during sleep, but you want it consistent during the entire nap and during the entire night. Make sure it's consistent and doesn't have a looping sound. You want it to be white noise. You don't want ocean sounds or rain sounds or woodland creatures or whatever other people are using. Like, just stick to the white noise. You also want to make sure that you have a solid bedtime routine lasting 20 to 30 minutes every single night. It needs to be the same thing in the exact same order every single night. This consistent bedtime routine is going to trigger your baby's production of melatonin and get their body ready to sleep. The next thing that I wanted to talk about really quick before we jump into sleep training methods is that you need to talk to the child's pediatrician to see if they still need overnight feedings. Babies who still need the feedings can obviously, of course, have those feedings. Babies who don't need those feedings are just going to wake up and rely on those feedings to get them back to sleep, and thus creating a negative sleep prop association with being fed to sleep when they don't need it. That's going to cause them to wake up even more, cry and be frustrated and confused when they're not offered the feeding, and just falling asleep on the boob or on the bottle whenever they are getting offered that feeding. So if they don't need it, it's time to cut them out. Now, if you have an easygoing child who adapts to change very well, and maybe they don't throw a very big fight, they're not as stubborn as you think that some babies are, if you have a very easy baby, then the perfect sleep training method for you would be out of room intervals. So when you're doing the out of room intervals, you're doing your bedtime routine, you're putting your baby down to sleep in the crib while they're still awake, you're leaving the room, closing the door, and waiting outside the door. You're going to let your child soothe themselves to sleep for 3 to 5 minutes. I lean towards 5 to 10 minutes. A lot of parents like to start on that 3 to 5 minute range of leaving their child in their bed. If your child is crying and crying and crying and crying and not calming down, then 3 to 5 minutes is okay. If you're noticing at 5 minutes that your child is starting to calm down, maybe give them 5.5 minutes or even 6 minutes, but see where that sweet spot is for them to start calming down. Once they start to calm down, you don't need to go back in the room. They are soothing themselves to sleep. If, however, at the end of that 3 to 5 minutes, they are still crying, go in the room and just start with having your presence in the room. Use your voice and say, it's okay, mommy's here, daddy's here, whoever's here, and just rub on your baby's belly. They're more than likely sleeping on their back unless they are rolling to their belly by themselves. Make sure you're putting them down on their back. So rub their belly, rub the side of their face, let them know that you are there for them. If that does not calm your baby down, try rocking them side to side. Try each of these steps for 20 to 30 seconds. This is also known as the soothing ladder. If rocking your baby side to side doesn't help calm them down either, it's okay to pick them up. Keep them upright over on your shoulder so that they're not laying down and trying to fall asleep on you, because remember, they need to fall asleep independently. You are going in their room to do a wellness check to make sure that they are okay, to ensure that they are okay, and to remind them that they're okay. And then you're putting them back down. You're only staying in the room for 1 minute. Put them back down, leave the room, repeat until your child falls asleep. Sounds great, right? Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The first night, it may take 1 hour to 2 hours for your child to fall asleep. If that's too intense for you, you can move towards a more gradual sleep training method. You can do in-room intervals, and that's basically where you are staying in the room, but you're giving your child that 3 to 5 minutes of space with just using your voice as reassurance as your child learns to soothe themselves. Sometimes this is a lot harder for parents to be in the room as their child is working through their emotions and learning how to soothe themselves to sleep. Other times, children are really comforted by that presence and they are a lot more calm and soothe themselves to sleep just by having your presence in the room. Now, over time, you need to leave the room before your child falls asleep, but that's a video for another day. Another option would be a slow wean of your child's sleep prep association or using the shush pat method. I really wanted to focus today on the out of room intervals because that is the sleep training method that is going to get you the fastest results if your child is easygoing. So if your child is not easygoing and you've landed on this video and you need a little bit more support, you can either look into those in-room interval methods or the shush pat or the weaning of your sleep prep association method. You can also inquire with me about a one-to-one consultation. I will make you a step-by-step sleep plan. The more gentle methods are a lot more involved, and I will break down every single day what you need to do for nights 1 through 3, what to do nights 4 through 7, what to do like every single progressive night to get to the point of your child falling asleep independently. But that's going to be a much more individualized, customized sleep plan. So if that's something that you need, click the link down below, buy one of my sleep packages, and we will get started on your journey today. I hope that you learned a lot from this video, and I guarantee that if you use the out of room interval method, then within 1 week from now, your entire family will be getting so much more sleep. You're welcome. If you're looking for more videos on sleep training, then check out this playlist right here and keep blooming. Mwah!